Hi everyone,
How's it going?
I'm Chad.
I'm Young.
This is my cousin Young.
Been on the channel a few times.
Happy
to be back.
I had Young on today because we're going to talk about the petition that we submitted to the White House. We're also going to read some hate comments, mostly from Japan.
I'm here to just to laugh.
He's just here to laugh and make sure I don't feel too bad.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as I did the petition, I sent it over to Young as well as some other family and friends. So Young's very aware of it.
I was one of the first signers.
You were one of the first signers.
Got the ball rolling.
Got the ball rolling, so we appreciate that. Yeah. We were supposed to get a response on Christmas Eve, December 24th.
Yeah, and you didn't.
And we didn't get a response. And I knew this was a possibility because I know it's a super busy time.
Yeah.
At the White House with the impeachment going on, with the issues with Iran. Crazy. Because I'd noticed other petitions around that same time period weren't getting responses either. Even though I knew it was a possibility, it was really disappointing because I know a lot of the viewers worked really hard to kind of spread the message of the petition, share it with their friends.
Yeah, 110 signatures.
110,000, yeah. And so I've been thinking like, okay, like what's the way to move forward on this? And it's kind of open-ended right now because I don't want to feel like I'm overstepping my bounds. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just a YouTuber who cares about this issue, right? Yeah. But I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of a situation where like this is just what I do now. I just make like political videos.
Yeah.
Should I keep pressing this, or do I need to let other people handle this who are more qualified?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I just want to make sure that what I'm doing is beneficial and is not harmful, and so I'm kind of in that middle ground right now.
Exactly.
Even though we didn't get a response from the White House, I still feel like there was a lot of success had because I felt like I was able to share it with a lot of family and friends, the meaning of the rising sun flag. And they were really surprised. It's not common knowledge here at all in the US.
No, I remember the first thing I did, I was like, hey, what am I signing?
Right. He's asking me, he's like, what's the rising sun flag? So I sent him some information.
And yeah, it was crazy. I had no idea that was like an issue today.
Right. I promise this is not like I'm feeling bad. I was fairly certain that this would be a possibility, that this would get publicity in Japan and that people would be like unhappy about this.
Yeah.
I also know that the vast majority of the comments I got were very supportive and very grateful.
Yeah.
So nice, seriously.
This
like
is just a tiny percentage.
Right, like it really like made me happy that I did it because I was like, okay, this is like making an impact. But then at some point, after maybe a week, I had uploaded the video and then all of a sudden I see all these dislikes coming in. And I was like, what the heck? And then I started seeing all these comments come in Japanese and I was like, uh-oh, like I don't think they're happy about this, which again, I know. And I always have to make it clear, I do not hate Japan. I've been to Japan. I think it's a wonderful country and I think the people there were very nice and I've met people from Japan who are very friendly, and so it's not about that. It doesn't mean that we can't disagree on this issue. So I'll go through some of the comments just because they're mostly funny. I promise I don't feel bad. Like I've been doing YouTube long enough that like these don't really affect me.
Hate comments are part of that.
Yeah, it's just part of the job, right? You can't please everybody. So we're just gonna run through some of them and probably get a good laugh out of it. Hey loser, thank you for your help. Middle finger. It's so sarcastic. Hey loser.
That guy's good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
He's done this before.
Okay. And of course, right below it, we have thank you so much as a Korean. And so again, like I'm not ignoring the positive comments. I promise I'm not focusing on these. I just think these are kind of funny. This next one, very simple. Stupid. It says, I am one of Americans. So they're claiming to be American, but that isn't really grammatically correct. It says rising sun flag is not a symbol of militarism. Do not agree. I am a blank stereotyped person. He says that Koreans are liar races. Okay, so this one's very like emotional.
Everyone in Korea is a liar.
That one's pretty heavy.
That's it. That's just
I can't read this one. It's not a word I say, so I'll show part of it on screen.
That's rude.
But very simple, very simple to the point.
Straight to the point.
Didn't waste any time at all. This one says you don't know Korea fought allied with Japan as Korean Japanese in World War II. Okay, Japan occupied Korea and forced Korea to do a ton of things and treated Korea obviously very terribly, which is the whole point of why they don't like the rising sun flag.
Yeah.
It says then, don't noisy men of the rising sun flag come to Japan. I don't know what that means. I guess I'm the noisy man. And I guess I'm not welcome in Japan.
Yeah.
This one, poor brainwashed kid. I'm a 31-year-old kid now, I guess, but sure. Seems to be tricked and bad. I don't know, I get it's a translation, so I don't know, but it sounds kind of funny in English, the idea that I'm tricked and bad. Okay, here we go. F off. I know you like Korea, but don't involve Japan. This is a very annoying act. This one is one of my two favorites. And the general translation is probably accurate, but I'm ignorant with the white pig guy. Laughs. I'm the white pig guy.
White pig guy.
So I assume they're calling me like the ignorant white pig guy and laughing about it. I think that one's pretty funny. I don't know if that's
Maybe
like
I'll get called a white pig.
I don't know if that's like a common insult in Japan or
maybe.
something, but like I think
called a pig.
I think that one's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay, why are only Koreans making words like war criminals? Is this unpleasant white also connected to Korea?
You, the unpleasant
The
white.
unpleasant white.
This
one could be my favorite.
Is.
Like, I actually am connected to Korea, yeah. So, again, maybe this is a translation thing, but unpleasant is a very, like, it's not like a strong word.
That weather was unpleasant.
Yeah. It's like you describe something that's not
or
that bad.
Song was unpleasant.
Like, yeah, I didn't really enjoy that. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not a very strong word.
Yeah.
But comboed with white is kind of funny. The unpleasant white.
The unpleasant white. Is this unpleasant white?
So it's like I'm not entirely terrible, I'm just unpleasant. I can handle that. This one I could use some translation help on. Look at your hair. Ah, American, yeah. Look at the face. Korean Yankee. I guess just describing my hair looks American, my face is Korean and American. I don't know. Yankee, yeah. This one's just really bad logic. Okay. It says, do you hate the sun? Are you going to take away the right to draw the sun from children? I don't even know how you begin to connect.
There's a lot in that.
Yeah. I don't even know how you begin to connect the idea that not wanting to use a flag that is called the rising sun flag. Like the design of the flag is like a sun with its rays coming off.
Yeah.
What?
So now children at school cannot draw the sun.
They may not draw the sun.
Any version of the sun.
No longer allowed.
Not allowed.
So I guess, I don't know, I guess that's what they're saying. Are you brainwashed by Koreans? Please study the sunrise flag firmly. I mean, that's the thing. I have looked really into it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of connection to Korea, but at the same time, I view it from an outsider. It's like, I'm an American and like,
exactly.
So I view it from a different perspective, but
yeah.
I guess so. You are stupid. Your thought has priority over historical materials. It is a betrayal to your home country, America, and YouTube is an American company, LOL. I don't understand any of that, but I really don't understand how it'd be a betrayal to America.
You're stupid because you believe this and somehow tried to tie it to YouTube and America.
I don't know. I guess I'm just stupid. That's the end of the comments, but I do want to get into like some kind of other things that I've seen that have been interesting related to my video. So I got tagged in this post on Twitter by a Japanese person. I don't know how they found my Twitter, but I was like, what is this? And I was running these things through Google Translate, and I guess basically my video had made news in Japan. And this guy, who is some sort of Japanese government official, had basically posted about my video. And I was like, wow, this is like, you know, like they're very aware of it. And I know that there were some comments that they were concerned about it, like this issue coming to America and it getting publicity here. One thing that actually did bother me is the person who tagged me in it. I'm looking at this comment and they have me tagged, right? And they have my Instagram listed and they have my fiance's Instagram listed. against it, who wasn't even involved in the video.
Yeah, that's getting kind of...
So then it's like starts to get like pretty
dirty.
personal. I've had a couple of conversations with Japanese people in regards to Rising Sun flag. People I don't know personally, but just conversations through the internet. A lot of times they'll build commemorative like statues essentially to women who were victims of sexual slavery. And they built one in San Francisco.
The Korean victims?
Korean, Asian, just all of them, right?
And victims of the Japanese.
Right, of World War II. And so paid for by San Francisco. The mayor of Osaka contacts the San Francisco mayor and says, if you keep this statue up, we will end our sister city relationship with San Francisco. And I'm like, why? And so what I always ask is why? What is so wrong? What is so terrible about remembering the victims?
Like they don't want people to find out about
Exactly. So this one person I talked to on Twitter basically said that I'm mixing up sexual slavery and prostitution, which is totally revisionist history and totally false, right?
Yeah.
Like you look at any amount of testimonies about it, both the people I had conversations with, this is actually both where the conversations ended. It just seems shocking that there's anything wrong with honoring women who were taken from their homes and forced to have sex with men over and over. If you think that's wrong to honor those women, we're done talking, right?
Yeah.
So basically I just said, if you cannot admit that sexual slavery was a very, very bad thing and this huge issue, I can't argue with you.
Yeah.
I can't say anything, and I can't even begin to like support that thought process.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Those are some of the conversations that I've had. I haven't had a ton. Again, I've tried to avoid arguing because usually this is what it results in. So essentially that's why I deleted a lot of the comments. I didn't want it to become a time-wasting thing, and I didn't want it to become argumentative in the comment section. I didn't take my own advice, and I got in a few arguments, but anyway, I hope there is a way to move forward with this, and I hope that whatever it is that I can be of help.
I mean, proved it's still a major issue.
It's still a huge issue, right?
It's still
it's a big disagreement. We'll see what happens. There's still a lot of time before the Olympics for change to happen. Don't worry about me. I promise these comments do not offend me. And I really, really did appreciate the help that we had on the petition. I really appreciate that, and I am disappointed that we didn't get a response. But again,
hopefully.
Hopefully, you know, at some point we get a response, or hopefully letting people know about this issue has made a difference and encouraged everybody in Korea to keep sharing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you as always for your support. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, Jan.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you.
Sounds good, bye.
You see that first, John. Oh my gosh.